Hello guys, hope you are doing great and I hope you have covered the part 2 of HTML links. If not yet, please go through the HTML links because it's very important that you understand the structure of directories and the file names and other things like how to make a HTML link. Let's go to Google is a label and this is where this link will go. H reference and hyperreference okay. Underscore blank is used when you want to open a link in a new tab like this. That okay. The self is by default and other things you have to read this post to understand this clearly. Like if you make the link with this code, target blank will make sure when you click on Facebook that go to this location in a new tab, not in same tab. This is a same tab, this is the new tab, so it will open a new tab and open there. Title attribute, so when you hover on a link like this, a title appears. That's title attribute. Right now here's no title on my website. Well, you can try it yourself. Okay. Email, yeah, making an email link is title attribute. When you want to make a link to send mail to, you use mail to at start instead of http like the location here https. uh, and when you want to make a telephone, you do like this. And call us or anything you can say as a label. So when it's clicked, this number will be dialed depending on the application you are using. Similarly, title Google will show and the label Google will show, and if you click it will take you to google.com. And well, title our services, this is another link. See relative links. These are relative links. Actually, the difference between relative and absolute link is link is a full URL, complete URL, which tell you about the protocol, the WWNR website URL, then its page. But relative link means you have to cover you can cover these things in previous lecture in detail. If you have not if you don't understand, I am just was just telling you what we already have covered, and we don't need to cover it again and again. Well, today we are going to do the images. Okay, so our part 3 is going to be images. Images are very important part of web today because up an image speak 100 words. That's true. Okay, let's make a file first. I want to change the color of my, I don't like this preference. Code color I don't like. You can do it as per your requirements. Print theme accessories search cloud. Hmm, Where to change it? I will use select. Okay, let's keep it for now. This is HTML, HTML, HTML closed. Let's save the file first. Let's name the file my images, and don't forget to select hypertext markup language here, HTML. If you want to make your document HTML, you have to select it. See, let's open it in Chrome also. Okay, this document is empty. uh, head head closed, title closed, and the title is over this introduction or whatever. Okay, body. um let's arrange some images first, so we can place those images here. Let's call this directory images, in which we will put our images. Okay. Mm, I will take these three images, put them in images folder. Their names are image1.jpg, image2.jpg, image3.jpg. Okay. Remember the the name of file do not have any space in it. This is the same rule which was applied in HTML in our links. So similarly, you cannot give any space. Like this is not a good file name. Yeah, it will work mostly, but it's not recommended. If so, small letters, no space. And when you have to say something in two words, you can use dash image flower, or you can use underscore image card underscore or dash. That's it. Let's keep the names which we can remember. Image 1, image 2, GIF. This is JPG, this is a GIF, and this is JPG. Don't forget the extension. Okay. In my images, let's put an image here first. Put some heading over images defined below. uh, H2 image 1 img source is images directory and img1.jpg. This is the source, image closed. And if you want to give it a title is what, when you take mouse over it, this will appear. See, this will appear. Okay. But image is not loading. That means we have something wrong in our file name or directory. Images source images in img1, not, it's not image1, it's image1, not img1. Fine. Okay. One thing is very important in images and which you should always follow, that is alternative text. See, no matter how smart the search engines have become, but they still have problem to understand what is the image about or what is the image is telling. I mean, what is the image about? And when Google crawl your website, they read alternative text. They do not read the image. They take this title and alternative text. Let's see what alternative text do. Let's see, we have a image in wrong folder, wrong file. This folder does not exist, so this file does not exist. Okay, and let's make a space. This height attribute is HTML not CSS, and width is equal to 200 pixel. See, when that image does not exist or does not load for any reason, when a whole page have loaded but suddenly the internet have gone, but your text is loaded but not images, so no one is understanding what is the image is here about. But if you give alternative text, only a alt attribute alt means alternative text. This is going to help user understand what this image was here for. So this is very helpful for the user and for the search engine also, because search engine take this text, alternative text, very seriously. Search engine only can read this text, and you have to always follow the standard rules of SEO. SEO standard rules: 1H1 in a HTML document, no next, and you cannot use 2H1. Heading 1 is should match to your title also. This title is very important for search engine. This heading 1 is very important. This is how search engine establish what is this web page about. See, this is a web page. Okay, this is the view of that web page. So when search engine want to understand what is this web page about, search engine will see what is the title of this web page. The title is here. When you see, when you search something on Google, this text this text appears there. Right now I don't have internet, otherwise could explain you. And H1 if matches this, that means something is related, then the image title, image text. Okay, now adding the links to images. Links to images, this is very similar to like it was in our in our HTML links part. uh, a reference, whatever you want to link here, I will link it later. A closed, and inside you can put img source images image1.jpg with 100 pixel height, 100 pixel. See, this is a link, but empty link. See, the link is not linked with anything yet. And let's get other images first. 2 and 3. Image 2 is GIF, if I remember. If you don't remember, go back in the folder and see. Image 3 is also JPG. So all images are there. Image 2 not GIF. Okay, now you can link them with a new page where you can put the image itself or anything in that page, or you can let's or you can simply link this image to the image, so when it's clicked, the full version of image will load. See, like this. But this way user will have to click on this button to go back. But if you want to design your own page, uh, let's say you want to image 3 page, so you can say my image 3 happy to serve image 3. No width and height should be full width. See, before we used to align images like align center, but these are HTML attributes. Similarly, the attribute height and width I was using because nowadays CSS we use CSS for these kind of things. That's why I'm not styling things very nicely. You might be thinking what a stupid look these things are getting. Okay, image3.html, because image3.html is in same folder where myimages.html is. So I don't need to go any inside any directory to open that. See, alright. So let's put a backlink here. I want to give you a little introduction to CSS. What CSS can do it. This is a way you can use CSS in head type is equal to text as CSS style the body ma maximum width 600 pixel and margin auto. So see, in text align everything center. Yeah, alright. This is a little introduction to CSS. I will not explain what is this, but you can say this CSS is applying to body tag mask. That's it. Further, we'll go and its reference equal to mm, my images.html. Go back. See, A is never a block. I mean a H reference, because mostly it's inside p tag paragraph tag. So you can you can make it block with you can make it a block with CSS, but let's see why it's not a block. See, if you see the H1 is taking full width of page, because our page maximum width is 700 now. Let's make it full. So if you see H1 is taking full width. If you see image is also not taking full width because we have used align center with it. If we don't use align center with it, it's still vertical align middle, and A is never a block. But as you noticed, I have added H2 now. So let's refresh the page and you see, go back is now a proper block which will take full width of page. See, the page width is 700. Let's make it full width. You can see, okay, it have its H2 have its own upper margin and bottom margin, which we handle with with I mean CSS, which we'll do later. Let's put the background color a lighter gray, F4 F3. This is the color code of lighter gray. That's it. Go back. This image is not linked with anything. Okay, so I think this is Anna. Let's link this image with it. Yes, it's a image images image2.gif. Alright, that's it for images. I'll get back to you with forms and tables. Then we'll make the table layouts. Yes, table basics. Next is table basics, then forms, then table. We'll make a layout with tables that will help you to understand the structure of HTML. Okay, that's enough for today.